Hi everybody, Joyce here. Finally back home from the hospital. I got home Monday afternoon. My sister picked me up. She came down and picked me up and brought me home, and she stayed here overnight Monday, went home last night. It was nice having her down here, but I still clean. I felt guilty because I was sitting in the chair watching her clean. She cleaned my kitchen up, my refrigerator, threw away a bunch of food that was outdated and stuff, which I'm happy she did and everything. But just, stop. I don't want to do this anymore, so she went home with a bunch of things, and she did last night. She settled down a little bit more and started knitting and while we were watching TV and stuff. But it was nice having her. But I'm glad she's home too. I got home from the hospital Tuesday afternoon, and I haven't had any nausea. I had nausea one night in the hospital. One night in the hospital I had nausea. It was I was burping. When I first started drinking and stuff, I had a lot of back burping in my back of my throat up. And one night, the last night before I went to go home, it kept on doing it, and I got acid came up in the back of my throat. And all I wanted was a Tums. I said, just give me a Tums. No, we can't do that. It's not in the orders. I said, oh, Tums will cure it. That's all I need is one little Tums. I said, no. So I suffered like from 10 o'clock that night, 6 o'clock in the morning, with nausea, and I finally started dry heaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they gave me something for it. I said, you couldn't have given that to me at 10 o'clock last night. So I was a little upset about that, and but that's the only nausea I've had so far. This morning I had my protein shake, and I think I drank it too fast because I sipped it, but I gulp sipped it, and my stomach feels like really full. And it was 8 ounces too, so maybe I'm not ready for that. But it took me like half an hour, and I said my stomach feels really full, but I'm really thirsty too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm drinking right now decaf iced coffee. Yeah, so that's the only problem with nausea I had so far, and it's really sort of deceived feeling because I don't feel any different with my stomach, except for like this morning overeating. But I get a feeling I have a problem. I'm gonna forget that I have this thing with me, and I'm gonna eat a regular meal, and I'm gonna get sick. That's what I'm worried about happening because, I'm going out with my brother Frank. My brother Frank's coming down Saturday to do some errands and things for me. So he likes to go out to eat. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go out to eat with him, and I'll just get a soup or something, try a little soup, or if it's an appetizer that's easy enough for me, I'll have the appetizer, and whatever I don't eat, I'll bring home. I'm afraid that I'm just going to sit there and eat the whole appetizer and then find out I'm sick. So I really got to pay attention to that, how much I'm eating and how much I'm drinking and the time allowed. I've been drinking in the hospital. I was so glad to be home from the hospital food-wise. Hospital, I had lemon sorbets, lemon jello, lemon custard, lemon popsicles. I'm sick and tired of lemon and yellow, anything yellow. I do not want to eat or drink anything yellow again. But they really didn't give me they gave me like 2 things with every meal. One meal they actually gave me tomato soup, and what was the other thing? Oh, and tea, decaf tea. And they also gave me their little protein drinks, but I only got like 1 a day. It's a 4-ounce carton of protein shake, and they put it over ice, but it's like that. It's sugar-free. They mean sugar-free in the hospital. They don't mean like Equal or something, Splenda or something's in it. They mean sugar-free. So I was drinking these drinks, and it was like chalk. It's just like chocolate bar without the sweetness in it. And I had them with the last day I was there. They gave me tea, and they gave me 3 Equals. So I had this protein drink at the same time. I was trying to get it down because that was from breakfast. And I took one of the Equals and put it in my protein drink, and I was able to drink it. So I said, I asked them, didn't you give us the Equal? So they started giving me Equal. I could take a sip. Hold on. I was in the hospital. I went on Thursday, by the way, last Thursday morning at 6 o'clock. I was there, and they said, you're not scheduled till 10:30. I said, what do you mean 10:30? I'm supposed to be at 7:30. They told me to get here at 6:30. I said, no, we have you down as 10:30. So I said, great. So they actually brought me in early, and they prepped me. They put the IV line on me, and asked me a bunch of questions and so forth, and then they were waiting for the doctor to come down to sign the operating papers. So he finally showed up about 9:30, and as soon as he did that, as soon as he signed the papers, I had to sign papers too. As soon as the papers were signed, they brought me into the operating room. I was in there 2 seconds. They slid me from the gurney onto the table and had me put my arms out the side things. And they said, here's a little oxygen to help you breathe. So I said, take a couple of breaths. So I took a couple of breaths. Next thing I know, I'm in the recovery room. They never told me they were putting me to sleep or anything. There's nobody in the operating room. There's nothing going on, and it's just 2 girls in there with me, setting me up, and I was asleep. I don't know how long from then the doctor came and operated me on. I don't know, but it was sort of funny. I was worried about going to sleep, so I'm glad that I didn't realize I was going to sleep at the time. Let's see. My house is prepared with all the food. I got plenty of yogurt. I had yogurt yesterday. I've been drinking protein drinks, yogurt. I had a pudding, a sugar-free pudding. I might have some popsicles today. I'm drinking Lactaid milk with my protein shakes too, just in case it bothers me. I don't get the burping so much anymore. I get it once in a while, but I had it constantly while I was in the hospital. And I'm very sore. I have an incision that's it's less than a foot, but it's almost a foot long. Incision. It runs up and down. I have to go next Monday to have the staples taken out. It's very itchy right now. It's very itchy. I want to scratch it, but I just rub it a little bit. And he just said if I start vomiting or you see any pus or anything oozing from the wound, to give him a call. They said other questions to call my primary care physician, maybe not really relating to this. So I came home off of insulin and off of glipizide and Actos. They told me they gave me my regular medications, all my psych medications and my other health medications, but they've been testing my sugars, and they're running about 122 to 176 or 77, which is pretty good, considering I'm not on insulin or anything. Used to be like 200, 300, 400 when I was off insulin. So that's pretty good. I'm guessing my diabetic specialist the first week in August. I think that's it for right now, because I have to go to the bathroom. I think that's about it. I'm glad to be back. I'm way behind in looking at all the videos that have been out for like 4 or 5 days. And when I got home, I had like 130 emails. I went through those last night. I promised myself I'm only going to weigh myself once a week. Monday morning, I'm going to weigh myself every week. I weighed myself the day of the surgery. I weighed myself before I went in. They didn't weigh me at the hospital at all. And I didn't even see a scale around. But I weighed myself that Thursday, so I'm going to weigh myself next Monday. So I hope everything's alright with everybody. Miss you all. Glad to be back. And I thank you very much to Sally for doing an update on me. She called me a couple times in the hospital, which was really nice. And I'm so glad. And I got a call from, I can't remember what her real name is, but it's 102307 RNY. She called me up, and I feel so bad because it was nighttime, and they cut off the phones at a certain hour. While I was talking to her, they cut us off, and I shut down the phone. So I missed talking to her very long. I was only on for a minute maybe with her, and we got disconnected. So hi to her too. I'm sorry about it. It wasn't my fault. I'm sorry. Thank you. Bye.